Hey y'all, give me a second. I'm trying to get this thing situated. I guess that's just gonna have to do. So, hey y'all, it's Doris with Meals Made Easy with Doris, and I am actually going to be using some KitchenAid products tonight. The first thing I want to do is the coleslaw. And what I did was I bought this bag rather than cutting it up. It says tricolor coleslaw. It's got green cabbage, carrots, and red cabbage in it. So I think it was like less than $2 to buy that. It's a lot easier than me trying to cut all of this up. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using some of our coleslaw mix with KitchenAid. And it tells me that I need to combine in a bowl the mix with a half a cup of mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon of oil, and a tablespoon plus a teaspoon of cider vinegar, and mix it really well. So what I'm going to do is I have my half a cup of mayo here, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in this measuring cup that's big enough for what I need to use it for. So go ahead and do that. I've had an interesting week at work. Let me turn this fan down. Okay, so I've got my half a cup of mayo there. 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. So here's a tablespoon, which is about equal to 3 teaspoons. And then I'm going to take my teaspoon right here, just so I make sure I get it right. 1 tablespoon plus 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. And I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to put, now I'm not going to use all of this seasoning, okay, because the last time I did, I mean, it was good, but I'm just not going to use it all. I think I can get away with using half of it and then using the other half later. So let me get this out of here and get my little handy whisk here. And I haven't been on lately because I've been went back to work for now anyway. And so by the time I get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and by the time I get home and feed the dogs, let them out, feed the horses, and get back in here, I'm usually trying to go to bed about 8, 8:30. I'm just whooped. So I got to get back used to working again. So, okay. So here's the coleslaw mix. Right here, I put it in this little thing. Now I got to add, I think it said a tablespoon of oil. I'm actually going to use avocado oil. So I'm going to put 1 tablespoon in here. I love this avocado oil, y'all. It doesn't have a harsh flavor at all, and it's actually, if you look it up, it is very healthy for you. So I'm going to mix that up in this here. And what I do is when I pour this over and then mix this in with the slaw, I need to refrigerate it for a couple of hours to let it all mix good together, so the seasonings will. So I think it's mixed well now. So I'm going to pour this over into my slaw mix. Over here. I'm going to get my spatula again because I want to get everything out of this. I don't like wasting anything. But anyway, going back to work, today I had to learn to do asphalt cutting with this thing that looks like kind of like a push mower, but it has this really sharp blade on there, and they mark where they want it cut. You follow it and get the asphalt cut so that the backhoe, when we do that work next week, can actually go in there and dig it up so we can fix that road, fix that street. Alright, so I'm going to mix this all up right here. Like I said, I'm going to try to mix it up really, really well. And I only used half of our coleslaw mix. Again, this is what it looks like. It's $5 a pack. I used half. It says to use all of it, but I've made it before, and it was good, but I think I can get away for us. And today's my 21st wedding anniversary, so my husband will be home in a little while, so I'm trying to fix us something to eat. I'm going to let him take me out tomorrow night. So, anyway. And then today we were riding our snow routes, as they call them, looking for the inlets where the water drains are on the sides of the street to see if they need to be cleaned, since we had all this rain the other day, yesterday, and the day a little bit the day before. And so I actually got to drive by, and I parked it. I called my grandson, two of my grandsons, and told them, I says, I'm going to come by in the dump truck and wave at you. I'm going to honk the horn. But actually what I did is they have the area in the middle of the street where for turning lanes. And so I parked in the middle of the street and walked over and gave them hugs and kisses and told them how much I loved them. So it was so good to see them. I haven't seen them in so long, and I miss them so much. So, okay. So I've got all this mixed together, I think, pretty well. So what I will do is I will end up putting this in the fridge for a few hours. I'll wash my hands. That's pretty darn good. So it was interesting doing that cut today. Now what I'm making is, I thought I had bought salmon, and I didn't. I bought mackerel, but that's okay, because I'm going to use it. Like I'm always saying, use whatever you have. If you absolutely don't have a certain ingredient, try to find a substitute, but if you don't, that's fine. Just go get that one thing or whatever, but don't go out and just buy stuff to put stuff together. Like I said, I thought I had bought salmon, and I didn't. I bought mackerel instead. So this is what it looks like, and I am going to put this all together. So one of the things I'm going to do is I took one egg and I beat it up, and I'm going to pour it in there. Now I'm not taking the bones out of it. The bones are so soft that it's probably going to mash up in there. Okay, I'm going to take, and this is me making it the way I do. I'm not using a whole tablespoon. I'm just using this tablespoon, but I'm not putting a whole tablespoon in it. Probably about a teaspoon maybe of yellow mustard. Oh, I'm so sorry you fell off. Oh, I'm so sorry. First time that has happened. What in the world? Sorry, guys. Let me see if I can get you back up here. That's not happened before. So I'm just throwing you guys around on a Friday night. Let's see if I can get this to working. I'm gonna just do it like that. Hopefully you'll be able to see me. I am so sorry. But anyway, I'm gonna put a teaspoon of mustard, yellow mustard, in there. So that's my teaspoon of yellow mustard. And I apologize. I've never had a problem with that. And this is our seafood perfection seasoning mix with Kitchenese. Now this is my first time using it. I am not following the directions at all on the back. But what I'm gonna do is it smells really good. So I'm gonna use a teaspoon in it. I'm gonna just sprinkle that teaspoon of this seasoning mix in there. It has all kinds of really nice flavors. Okay, also what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cup of onion, chopped onion, or cut up onion. I'm dumping this in here as well. Okay? And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a little thing. Here it is. I'm going to take, believe it or not, I'm going to take some mayo. About a half a cup. Now this is a new way, and what this does, between the egg and the mayo, it helps hold it all together really well. So I'm practically a half a cup of mayonnaise. I'll stick that in there. Now this isn't going to be like your normal salmon patties. It's going to have a little different flavor to it, but it's going to be delicious. So, right there. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a tablespoon of cornmeal. So, or a couple of tablespoons of cornmeal. So I have yellow cornmeal here, self-rising. So there's one, and there's two. Okay, and then I'm going to use, this is self-rising flour. You don't have to use self-rising. This is just what I got my hands on first. But I'm also put 2 tablespoons of self-rising flour, okay? And the only time I ever measure anything is for you guys. I never measure anything else. Okay, let me grab me some food grade disposable gloves. Oh, where are they? Right here they are. Even though I've washed my hands, and I'm going to go ahead and turn my stove on to get my grease hot. And you can use, you know, I'm using actually the avocado oil. No, actually this one is canola oil, sorry. But I normally use the avocado oil. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to actually take, this is called Louisiana Soul all-purpose seasoning. There's a lady and a gentleman, they're a married couple on the Facebook. It goes by Louisiana Soul. And they make this, they put this blend together and they sell it, and I ordered it, and I'm going to tell you, I use this instead of salt. So I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of that on there. And now I'm going to mix it all up. So, and I bought these bowls. I got this bowl and the bowl that I got the slaw in. And then I got this strainer and a juicer and a grater and the measuring cups and measuring spoons all together for $9 at Walmart. And this is one of those no slip bowls, so it's awesome, man. I love it. I've been looking for it. I looked at them on Amazon, and they were so expensive. So I love this bowl. And plus, you know, got a little gripper here. So what I'm doing is I'm mixing my mackerel all together really well, just squishing it up. And like I said, I used 2 tablespoons of cornmeal. You can use white or the yellow, and I just happen to have yellow. And I have self-rising. It doesn't make any difference. I use self-rising white flour, all-purpose flour, well, self-rising flour. 2 tablespoons of that. And then I used a half a cup of mayonnaise, about a teaspoon of yellow mustard, a cup of chopped onions, okay? And then I used some, like I said, some of our all-purpose seasoning, the Louisiana Soul all-purpose seasoning. But I also used a little bit of our Seafood Perfection that Kitchenese has. And so, just going to mix this up. Really good. And like I said, the bones that are in this thing, they're so soft that when I mash it, the only thing I'm really feeling is the chopped onions, because the bones are just so tiny. So, okay, I think my pan is about hot. And they say if you'll take a wooden spoon or a chopstick or something, stick it in your pan. When it starts bubbling at the end, then you'll know it's hot. So this isn't quite hot enough yet. But I'm going to go ahead and start patting out, or making my mackerel patties, not salmon patties. So, but anyways, like I said, today is my 21st wedding anniversary. My husband will be home later this evening, and I think we're going to celebrate tomorrow. Actually, right now too, I'm also, not only am I doing the Kitchenese, also a friend of mine signed me up for paparazzi jewelry. It's the $5 lead and nickel free jewelry. It's beautiful jewelry. And so Sunday night at 6 o'clock, I'm going to be doing a live video and a bingo. And I'll say a blingo. But anyway, and you can claim jewelry if you want to do that, or you can just come on and play. Okay, so my pan's hot enough now. So I'm just going to make me some patties. And like I said, I like to use the food grade gloves. Even though my hands are clean, I just feel more comfortable when I'm having to pat things out or put my hands in. And I didn't used to do this, but I do now. So see, this is the patty, one of the patties. I just patted it out, and I'm just sticking it in there. And then next, what I'm going to show you is I actually cheated. I didn't have time to, I still haven't fed all my ponies. I put the dogs out, 2 of the dogs outside, just because they hear me talking to you guys and start barking. So, put that in there. Now, once I get these in and they start bubbling good with the grease, the oil, I'm going to turn them down a little bit, because I don't want them to cook too fast, because I want to make sure they get done. But, you know, they don't take but like maybe 3 minutes on each side, 3 or 4 at the most. And the size of these that I'm making, I'm probably going to have probably 6 or 7 of these patties. And I'm going to make an Alfredo sauce to go with it, but I'm not going to be doing that on this live. So, see if I can fit this one last one in, or this one in there. See if I can get it in there, hopefully. Alright, so we're going to let those cook for a little bit. Now, I still have enough for maybe 2 more in there. I'm going to take these off so I can throw them away. What I did is I made some of these mashed potatoes, but I cheated. I didn't have time to cut and peel potatoes today, and I had a pack of the garlic mashed potatoes, and so I'm making creamy cheese potatoes, mashed potatoes. So, right there, I'm going to get more water. I'm going to turn my back burner back on, and this, what I did was I bought this at we have an Amish country store in Hamptonville, North Carolina, about 10-15 miles from me. And this, I bought up there, is the cheddar cheese seasoning from Amish country. So I put probably about 1/4 of a cup in my potatoes with just a tiny bit of margarine. And since these are instant potatoes, and I cheated, I did taste, and they still taste really good. And I put just a sprinkle of my Louisiana Soul seasoning, all-purpose seasoning in there. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to heat these back up just a little bit. But I do the same thing, put a little bit of water in there. Probably wasn't even a 1/4 of a cup that I added back. But you take 2 cups of water for these particular kinds of potatoes. Get it hot, take it off the heat, and then you... so I'm just stirring it around to make it a little, just a little creamier. And then what I'm going to do is where I've already added my cheddar cheese seasoning, my Louisiana Soul seasoning, and a little bit of margarine, about a tablespoon and a half of margarine. I'm going to add almost a 1/2 cup of shredded sharp cheddar cheese. Okay? So, put that in there. And just stir it around. Turn my heat back off. My salmon patties, my mackerel patties are turning out really well. I'm going to turn my heat down just a little bit because I don't want them to burn. But the thing about this is it's called Meals Made Easy for a reason, because sometimes you just need to do something really quick but healthy for your family or for yourself. But anyway, just use what you have. You know, don't, like I said, I'm always about using what you have so you don't have to waste. But here's my creamy cheese cream potatoes. So, got these done. I'm going to set these on my back burner here. I'm going to check my mackerel patties. Okay, I'm going to need a little help here. Get this on my spatula here. Yeah, they're looking good. Put this one on here. Flip it over. They're getting a really light golden brown. Like I said, I put it on high. You can see, possibly see the oil is bubbling. So that's what I want it to do. Just try to flip these over. I'll let that one stay like it is for a minute. And that's basically all there is to it. I just need to put my slaw in the fridge for a couple of hours and let it, all the seasonings mix and blend together. And I think the coleslaw, and then with the creamy cheese or cheese creamy mashed potatoes. But again, that's my coleslaw. Just buying the pack of the coleslaw mix and just using some of the Kitchenese mixed with it. Now you can go to kitchenese.com, and that's KITCHENEEZ, I think, .com, and write down my name, Doris, and then the last name is P-E-A-Y. All lowercase letters, all of it together. And if you choose to purchase like these here, you can buy them 1 for $5, 2 for $10, or you can actually get 3 of them for $12 instead of $15. So you'll save $3. But if you use the coupon code DORISPA and apply that, at the end of your purchase, they'll give you an extra 5% off of your total purchase, okay? So most of our mixes are like that. We do have some mixes that are $6. Our baking mixes are $8, and they can ship it directly to you. October the 1st, we're launching our fall-winter mixes that are coming out, or that are coming back, and I'm really, really super excited. I can't say what they are because they haven't been released yet, but all I can say is they're awesome, and I'm real happy with what's coming out. We're going to have some seasonal things like for the holidays, or more for your holiday-like things, pumpkins and cranberries and different things like that. But we're going to have some really amazing new products being released. So anyway, I'm going to come and get my phone over here so I can take you over here with me. Sorry, y'all. This thing just wants to be cantankerous. I just want to let you see how pretty these look. So see how they're bubbling? See, they're kind of getting a little golden brown. Just about 3 minutes or 3 to 4 minutes on each side, and they're done. And so anyway, I wish you were here to eat with me, but since you're not, and I am sweating because it's hot in here. I'm sorry, y'all. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and please share this with your friends. I will be posting it to YouTube under Meals Made Easy with Doris, and this one I'll have salmon or mackerel patties and whatever, but I have a few videos on YouTube as well. Or you can go to Meals Made Easy with Doris on Facebook. That is my Facebook group page, and if you're not a member already, you can ask to join, and I'll definitely approve for you to join. Anyway, thank you guys a lot. I appreciate it. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye.